Hey, how's it going everyone? In today's video, I will be showing you an infinite spawn exploit as well as we will be going over some other things in today's video. First and foremost, if you are playing as a sorcerer, you too need to know this. Make sure that you do not have something like Ice Heart equipped or maybe even Frostburn. That's another one that you probably do not want equipped. Something like that will cause some sort of ice explosion. Not only that, if you are on other classes, I'm not too sure what's going to affect you specifically. Yet, I would suggest that you watch the rest of the video and then you can kind of determine what will. So, for example, if you do have an Ice Shard build, then I would suggest just removing those unique items. And because, of course, it's just going to cause some issues because of the ice. Now, once you have everything figured out, all you want to do is head towards this right here, which is going to be, of course, a Helltides event. Now, we are not going to do what I've been talking about in the past, which has to do with events. No, we are not going to participate in an event. What we are going to be doing instead is locating an enemy on the map. Now, you might be wondering, what enemy is this? Well, we want to look for the Fallen type. If you're not too sure what these fellas look like, then look on the screen right here, and they look just like this. They come in different types and different sizes. Of course, you got these smaller fellas, the medium-sized fellas, and more of the taller, thin type. What's great about the thinner tall type is that they do have a staff that they do indeed use to revive Fallen. What you're going to see right here on the left side is a random enemy that we do want to be revived. And what you see on the right is the more thinner type that I just talked about. You can see the staff on the right side of the hand as it tries to throw down some flame balls on the left side. What we want to do to utilize this and kind of exploit the mechanic, what you see right here is a smaller version of the Fallen, and then on the right side is the one that wields the staff. The one on the right will constantly revive this dude that's in the middle, and not only that, it will pop up Cinder every single time. You can do this as much as you like. Now, if you want to utilize this to its full potential, what you can do is have a group of enemies. So collectively you can have 3 of them together, and then you can just knock them all out, and you can grab a crap ton of Cinder that way. This is great for just turning in and grabbing a bunch of those mystery chests. Now, eventually later on in the video, I show sort of an example of that until a boss came through, but first and foremost, if you are going to do this, you can do this with a group. You can have someone kind of just maintain on the side and grab a bunch of them, and then you can both just kind of add DPS together. It's a great little group activity if you just want to exploit the mechanic. I think this is something that a lot of you are going to benefit from because it's going to help you out. Sure, you could run around the Helltides event and grab Cinder that way, or what you can do is either do this solo or with a group, pile up these Fallen together, leave one of the taller Fallen that's more thinner with the staff, leave that one, and then just kind of take out the group and you're good to go. They will be revived and you can rinse and repeat this as much as you like. Also, quickly, if you want, also if you're concerned about other players, you can of course lead these Fallen to more of a discreet area and you kind of take advantage of it that way. Honestly, that's what I did in this video. Although I did not have too much trouble with players coming by and taking out the Fallen because I stuck around for quite some time. And yeah, I did take advantage of this and I pretty much grabbed a good amount of loot from this. So I would definitely recommend it if you want to try something completely different or just for fun. Some people don't like exploits, but hey, try it out. And before I go, I would like to talk to you guys about 3 more things, specifically resetting the dungeons and an S tier list. What we are going to talk about right here is 2 different ways to reset the dungeon. If you want to reset this without the glitch, what you do is you go inside the dungeon like so, take out the enemies, and then towards the end, do not defeat the boss or complete the last objective. Instead, just exit out of the dungeon by assigning the Leave Dungeon on the emote wheel, or you can just simply open up the map and leave there by clicking on the dungeon icon. What I like to do is teleport straight to town afterwards. I kind of have a theory here. I'm sure it works just fine if you wait there for 2 minutes. What I've noticed, just from my own personal testing, sometimes it does not work out that way. So what I'd like to do is head straight to town, wait it here for about 2 minutes, which you're going to see up there at the top clock. 2 minutes went by. I'm going to then go through the teleporter. This will obviously take you back towards the entrance of the dungeon. You can then go inside, and what you want to do from there is see that if it has reset. What you can tell right here is that everything has completely reset. I'm going to even go as far as going towards the end of the dungeon here. Or what you can do instead is use a glitch. So how can you do this? I uploaded a video about 2 days ago. If you want to check it out, you can. I will explain it in today's video. So what you can do is you want to go inside a dungeon, make sure that one of your friends has activated the sigil. You then want him to send you an invitation as, to be the leader. What you will do is decline, and then you will leave party. This will then take you outside of his party, yet you will stay inside the dungeon. You can then copy each other's sigils, rinse and repeat it that way. It's just another method that you can, of course, try. Sadly, it is a two-man method or a group method. It's nothing that's going to allow you to reset it solo in terms of glitching. Yet, if you do follow that first method I just showed you a few seconds ago, it is a way of resetting the dungeon, but it's not a glitch. It's just a method, apparently. I don't know. I'm sure eventually they'll figure a way to patch that. But yeah, let's continue on here. Let's talk about the S tier, A tier, and B tier list. I've actually created a list here, and I've left it on the screen. If you want to check it out and download it, you can, of course, I guess, take a screenshot or visit the Discord. Anywho, what we're going to talk about here is just the S and the A and the B. First off, with the S tier list, I believe Blind Burrows, of course, takes the cake. The reason for this is because it has some good enemies. We have spiders. We also have, not only that, we have good old beasts, because, you just have to have a lot in there. Including another great one would be Sunken Ruins and Wraithwind Wilds. This right here can yield you up to 2.2 million, even more than what I was able to acquire. And if you want to see proof on that, I will leave a link down below and I'll pin that. Another good one is Malwood in terms of S tier, because that's another one that has quite a few enemies within it. Then if we go on towards the A tier, this was kind of hard to determine as I went on through with this, but honestly, Champion's Demise is good enough to land itself at the A tier, including Ancient Lament, Lost Archives, just a few to name. B tier, we have Shadow Plunge, Renegade's Retreat, Shivita Ruins, or Shivita, whatever, blah blah blah. Don't even know how to pronounce it, just totally butchered it. And we, of course, have Dark Ravine and Zenith. These are just pretty basic ones. They're not too terrible. Of course, you could go to something like Conclave, Pharaoh's Den, Onyx Hold. Cultist Refuge used to be good, but now it's just kind of bleh. Serpent's Lair is also just one that you want to avoid. But yeah, those are just a few to name that I would definitely not recommend. If you have something like Earthen Wound, that's more of like a C tier, including Gul'ran Slums, Mogan's Work, just examples. Now that's just naming a few. So honestly, I would like to know what you think in terms of tier list. If you'd like to join the discussion, you can head over towards the Discord. I'll leave a link down below. Also, follow me over on the Twitter. There is some sort of things going on there with, view limit. I'm sure it will change eventually. Other than that, I want to give you guys a huge thank you just for supporting the channel, coming by to check out the videos. I appreciate all the love and support. I know I say quite a lot, but it honestly has to be said because I would not be able to make these videos if you guys did not come by and check them out. So thank you all, and I'll see you all in the next one.